Hello, friends. Today in this video, I will explain 60 Excel formulas. If you prepare these 60 formulas in Excel, I guarantee you that you will succeed in any job interview in Excel for any company in the world. Here are the 60 formulas that will succeed you and win you in your Microsoft Excel success journey. Number 1 is sum. This function adds up all the numbers in a range. Number 2 is average. This function calculates the average of a range. Number 3 is min. This function returns the smallest number in a range. Number 4 is max. This function returns the largest number in a range. Number 5 is count. This function counts the number of cells that contain numbers in a range. Number 6 is if. This function performs a conditional test and returns one value if true and another if false. Number 7 is concatenate. This function combines two or more text strings into one string. Number 8 is left. This function returns a specified number of characters from the beginning of a text string. Number 9 is right. This function returns a specified number of characters from the end of a text string. Number 10 is len. This function returns the number of characters in a text string. Number 11 is mif. This function returns a specific number of characters from a text string, starting at a specific position. Number 12 is today. This function returns the current date. Number 13 is now. This function returns the current date and time. Number 14 is dative. This function calculates the difference between two dates in years, months, or days. Number 15 is a month. This function returns the last day of the month, a specified number of months before or after the start date. Number 16 is step. This function estimates standard deviation based on a sample. Number 17 is correl. This function returns the correlation coefficient between two ranges of values. Number 18 is rank. This function returns the rank of a number in a list of numbers. Number 19 is PV. This function returns the present value of an investment. Number 20 is FV. This function returns the future value of an investment. Number 21 is PMT. This function calculates the payment for a loan based on constant payments and a constant interest rate. Number 22 is VLOOKUP. This function searches for a value in the first column of a table and returns a value in the same row from another column. Number 23 is lookup. This function searches for a value in the first row of a table and returns a value in the same column from another row. Number 24 is index. This function returns the value of a cell in a specific row and column of a range. Number 25 is match. This function searches for a specified value in a range and returns the relative position of that item. Number 26 is end. This function returns true if all arguments are true, and false if any of the arguments are false. Number 27 is or. This function returns true if any argument is true, and false if all arguments are false. Number 28 is not. This function returns true if a logical argument is false, and false if the argument is true. Number 29 is if error. This function returns a value you specify if a formula evaluates to an error, otherwise, returns the result of the formula. Number 30 is round. This function rounds a number to a specified number of digits. Number 31 is round up. This function is rounds a number up, away from 0. Number 32 is round down. This function is rounds a number down, towards 0. Number 33 is ABS. This function is returns the absolute value of a number. Number 34 is SQRT. This function is returns the square root of a number. Number 35 is power. This function is raises a number to a power. Number 36 is average if. This function is returns the average of a range based on a given condition. Number 37 is COUNTIF. This function is counts the number of cells within a range that meet the given condition. Number 38 is SUMIF. This function is adds up the numbers in a range that meet a given condition. Number 39 is AVERAGEIFS. This function is returns the average of a range based on multiple criteria. Number 40 is COUNTIFs. This function is counts the number. Number 41 is IFS. This function is returns a value based on multiple conditions. Number 42 is choose. This function is returns a value from a list of values based on a given position. Number 43 is proper. This function is capitalizes the first letter of each word in a text string. Number 44 is upper. This function is converts text to uppercase. Number 45 is lower. This function is converts text to lowercase. Number 46 is trim. This function is removes leading and trailing spaces from a text string. Number 47 is substitute. This function is replaces occurrences of a specified substring with another substring. Number 48 is weekday. This function is returns the day of the week as a number, 1 to 7, for a given day. Number 49 is network days. This function is returns the number of whole work days between two dates. Number 50 is year. This function is returns the year of a date. Number 51 is month. This function is returns the month of a date. Number 52 is day. This function is returns the day of a date. Number 53 is indirect. This function is returns the reference specified by a text string. Number 54 is address. This function is returns a cell address as text, based on a specified row and column number. Number 55 is match. This function is searches for a specified value in a range and returns the relative position of that item. Number 56 is index/match, combined. This function is retrieves a value at the intersection of a particular row and column based on matching criteria. Number 57 is not. This function is reverses the logical value of its argument. Number 58 is n. This function is returns true if all of its arguments are true. Number 59 is OR. This function is returns true if any of its arguments are true. Number 60 is if. This function is returns one value if a condition is true and another value if it's false.
In today's world, data is everything. It drives business decisions, shapes public policies, and helps organizations to stay competitive. But with the explosion of data, it's becoming increasingly difficult to make sense of it all. That's where a data analyst Mohammed Farhan comes in. Hi, I'm a data analyst with expertise in SPSS, Python, and Go language. I'm here to help you make sense of your data.